morning. You're watching programs coming to you from Grts. Again, today being Wednesday, we're here to bring you this usual panel that is the Child Protection Alliance, coming here to discuss mainly about issues of children and child protection and key issues that the Child Protection Alliance has been doing in the past and what they intend to do this year. But before we go into the program, I am your host, Bakari Baji. And I would want to wish everybody, this being our program for 2014, wish all Gambians and everybody residing in the Gambia a prosperous 2014. We hope that this year will be more protective towards children in the Gambia, and the policies that we have and everything that is in place for children will be implemented greatly compared to the past years. We could not come your way the last 3 Sundays, being Christmas and the New Year and the Grts 18th year celebration. But we're back today, and our topic for discussion is on early and forced marriage. Like we said in the past, our focus as the program is to look at key issues that are affecting the children in the Gambia. And of course, you will agree with us that early and forced marriage is one key issue that children in the Gambia, as young as 15, are getting married, or even younger than that. So we have in the studio our panelists, Mr. Njundu Drame on my right. He's the National Coordinator of the Child Protection Alliance. And on my left is Mr. Lamin Kesedi. He's a Youth Coordinator at the Child Protection Alliance. They're here to discuss the topic. To start with, Mr. Drame, our topic of discussion, like we said, is early and forced marriage. I want to tell the viewers out there, what do we mean, or what is the definition or the understanding of early marriage?
Thank you, Bakari, and I'm also wishing everybody a great 2014 fun field, so to speak. We have 2 words. We have a child and marriage. So when we talk about a child in the Gambia, we are referring to any person who is under the age of 18 years, according to the Children's Act 2005. A marriage is mainly a formal union between 2 people, often sanctified by religion. So when we talk about child marriage, or what people would refer to as early marriage, we're talking about the formal union which involves a person under the age of 18 years. Could be somebody under the age of 18 years married to somebody who is also under the age of 18 years, or somebody under the age of 18 years, a boy or a girl married to somebody who is above the age of 18 years. But we realize that often the union is between somebody who is younger, somebody who is below the age of 18 years, and somebody who is older. Boys also get sometimes marry early, but disproportionately, child marriage affects girls more than it does boys. And so our emphasis would be the effect or all the issues surrounding child marriage vis-a-vis what some other people call the girl child or the girl. So that probably in a nutshell would be the definition of early or child marriage. Okay,
thank you, Mr. Drame. Now, at the country level, we know it is an issue that affects many children in Africa, but specifically in the Gambia, is this an issue that we think is affecting children? And if so, at what age do children normally get married in this country?
According to the mix, I think that is for me, the most authoritative data, study, research one can quote. According to the mix, the Multiple Indicator Cluster Survey 2010 report done by UNICEF, about 46% of those who were interviewed and are in union actually got in that union before the age of 18 years. So meaning that at that time, about 46% of the people who were in union, who were married or in a union, actually got married before the age of 18. And about 9% actually got married before the age of 15 years. So that shows that there is a prevalence of early marriage in the Gambia, especially between the ages of 15 and 18 years. So it's prevalent. And it's also prevalent among certain tribes and certain people. But I think what one can say is that according to the mix, early marriage is an issue, or child marriage is an issue in the Gambia.
Okay, I think that's clear. Certainly, we know, and that the child's place certainly is not in the house of marriage, but probably somewhere different, probably in school, mostly, of course, in school, because we're talking about somebody who is below 18. So, Lamin, let me turn to you. Again, on this issue of early marriage, like Njundu well defined it, that is talking about a child who has been given a husband even before the child turns 18 years. And all these indicators have shown the prevalence of it. Now, from a health, yes, you're not working in the health sector, but what are some of both the social and the health implications of a child getting married even before the child turns 18 years?
Thank you very much, Bakari. And let me also join you in wishing our viewers a Happy New Year. And like you said, we hope that 2014 will be an year that young people or children would have a violent-free environment. On the subject matter, I think Njundu did define, who did give the background very strongly. Child married, of course, has a lot of implications, both socially, economically, you name them. One among it is that because a child is somebody below the age of 18, and most of the time, this person is going to school, who is preparing for career development. That's one, disadvantage that it has in the life of the child. Meaning this child, would be withdrawn most of the time would be withdrawn from school. On the health ground, we know according to studies, VVF, which is viscovaginal fistula, is prevalent among children who got married before the age of 18. Of course, there is also the tendency of contracting HIV/AIDS virus, STIs, which among is STIs, because most of the time these children do not have the negotiation skills to that are necessary in married relationships. So as such, they are exposed to STIs such as HIV/AIDS and others. And we, according to studies, also maternal mortality is high, prevalent among this age group. So there are a lot of consequences, negative consequences that accompany the practice. And therefore, it is necessary that we take urgent action in averting the situation, because otherwise our children who are supposedly to be the future leaders of this country would all lose or would miss the track towards achieving their social, economic, and whatever aspiration they have in future, most especially education aspect of it. And I think, like Njundu said, the practice is not only in Africa, in the Gambia, but Africa as a whole.